Cool. So, I think from where we last left off, you guys were heading towards a wizard tower sent on this mission by a magic shop owner that you didn't catch the name of, and he tasked you guys with retrieving a crystal ball in exchange for a proof against detection location that would hide you guys from magical tracking spells. And on your way there, you guys found that entering the forest that directly surrounds the tower was enchanted in some way, and when you tried to get close to the tower, you were unexplainably got turned back around and headed back to the road until you guys figured out that there are actually magical warding relays around the tower, around the radius of the tower. You guys scratched out the runes lining one of them, and it had a seemingly overload and exploded. Lou and Jax took some damage. But you guys did gain a red diamond that seems to be like humming and vibrating with power. I think Lou pocketed it.
I believe so as well. I got one glowing gem. One whole glowing gem.
So I think that's where we left off. You guys are just next to that broken relay, not too far out from where the tower is, I believe, making your approach.
Let's go get into this tower.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Let's do it.
So everybody needs to roll wisdom saving.
Haha.
So these are group checks, and that's an overall success. So you guys start to
Thank
walk
God.
toward. You guys start to walk towards the tower, and you see Lou and Ophelia are walking. No issue. They get maybe like they shake their head a few times, or they feel some sort of manipulation come over them, but shake it off just easily. When they see Jack start to kind of veer off of the path they were walking on, and start to turn back around. But you guys catch him and turn him around back in the right direction and keep going.
Come on, Jax. It's this way, buddy.
What? Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
Okay, I trust you.
Thanks.
I don't know how to deal with this dang magic.
I know, right? It's wizards and their spells.
In my opinion, magic is cheating.
Oh, well. How is it cheating? How is it any different than like training with a sword?
Because the sword is all about physical power. All this mental power. It's just not fair.
It's not fair.
Clearly you've never even tried magic.
Never have, never will.
Well, I guess we'll just have to agree to disagree here.
Can I agree to agree?
So are we just walking through the tower?
Yeah, so you guys are talking and walking, and as you guys go, you hear sounds like footsteps, but they're like way too large and heavy to be like human footsteps. You guys want to roll perception check?
Right for me.
No, never find perception for some reason. They sure sound like big footsteps to me. That's about all I can tell ya.
Yeah, so Lou and Ophelia kind of look around and they hear it, but they don't quite see it or see it through like the thick brush of the forest. Jax does. He sees out in the darkness of like the far off forest where a little light gets to. You see this moving band of maybe like 3 humanoid creatures that are way taller than the average human, or even the very tall party member you travel with, the half-elf. They don't seem to really recognize your guys' presence. They're just moving towards the tower.
Hey guys, look at those people over there. Like, what do you think they're doing?
Whoa, what is that?
Could they be after the amulet too?
Should we ask them or should we just kill them?
Or should we try to go around them?
I feel like
Oh.
we don't need to kill the first people we see in the forest.
I don't know, last time we were in the forest, we definitely should have killed the first people we saw.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean like every forest person's not a great person.
Fair enough. Killing is wrong.
That I can
Hello, fellas?
How far away are they?
Maybe we should have sent Q in first. He just has such good charisma, you know?
So you guys, Jax would know, well, all of you know at this point, that they are about like 50 feet away. if you yell, they'll hear you, but they're not really in like casual talking distance.
Maybe we should just watch them. See if they do anything.
Can we send Hans in to take a peek and to see if they look friendly?
Yeah, he is forward.
He's a rogue.
Oh, I thought we were just sending him in like as.
Oh no, this would be like see if they're friendly or not.
Okay. Just see if they kill him.
No.
So yeah, Hans says like, all right, and then he like sneaks forward, gets real low, you know, despite him being an elf and being tall, not as tall as Ophelia, but still being tall as an elf, he gets unbelievably low as he sneaks, and really becomes one with all the brush.
Limbo.
He gets real low, but it's not really that low, and you guys kind of just watch him as he crouch walks forward, not really taking any cover at all, just kind of walking in a straight line. You can tell he thinks in his head that no one can see him, as his like arms are out, like he's striking a bit of a pose as he goes, and he
Skyrim
gets,
sneaking.
exactly, and he gets over there. You guys can still fully see him despite like the darkness from the far off forest and all the brush, like pretty clearly. And you see as he gets close, the clay guys.
Clay guys, you say?
Slip of the tongue. You got me. They actually don't notice him.
Alright.
Go on. He's my guy.
They don't notice him. They could just keep going on their merry way. They have no reaction to him. Hans sneaks back and informs you guys and says, they look to be made of clay.
What a twist.
Hey, do any of us know like what these things are?
The magic users, Ophelia and Lou, are pretty far away, and they didn't get like a close-up look. Yeah, just roll Arcana.
Arcana? Hey, Lou knows what these things are.
Oh damn, you both know. Like as soon as
Ah, dang it, Clay. I know what that means.
But you guys would know with the tall stature, the booming footsteps, looking to be made of clay. These are clay golems.
You said booming?
Yeah,
Yes.
booming footsteps. Like you're standing like 50 feet away, but you can still feel like their footsteps rattling the earth a little bit as they walk.
Magic users, should we be afraid?
Ah, that's a good question.
You both had great Arcana checks. You would know that that golems tend to follow. You know, they're like robots. They have directives, and they follow those directives. And if anything gets in their way, they remove the thing in their way at all costs. You presume that they would not attack you guys if you don't attack them.
Okay.
No. So
unless you like unknowingly like get in their way of the directive.
So those are clay golems. Maybe we can just go ask them what they're doing out here.
Yeah, I mean we're not in their way, so we could just ask.
Yep, let's go for it.
Let's pretend like we're lost. How about that?
Okay. Or maybe you head this one.
Okay.
You.
Should I pretend like I'm somebody else?
Or-
I feel like acting today.
Wait, pretend like you're one of them. Pretend you're a clay golem.
Ooh, okay. Alright. Well, I wonder... Yeah, I guess clay golems can get lost.
You can try.
Alright, so we're gonna kinda saunter on over there. As Lou gets closer to him, he's gonna kinda try and mimic their, movement, gait, I guess would be the word.
Right.
Oh, before we go over there, I have a lot of good attacks that kind of involve, like, my general area. So if this goes south, guys, like, just stay away from me. Because I've been wanting to use them, and you guys keep getting really close to me.
I mean, I'm a fighter. There's nothing I can do about that.
Just, keep it in mind. Keep it in mind. Keep it in the back of your head. Like,
I'll keep it in the front of my head.
okay, great. Prioritize it.
Yeah, so you approach these guys and you're doing that like thing where you like put your arms out and shoulders kind of up so you look like real big and wide. As you guys see a halfling doing this. making him look more like a tree stump, but very wide and large. What do you say to the golems?
Greetings, golems. I was on a quest to fetch a tree branch for my master, and I appear to have gotten lost. Do you know of any local wizards around who I could ask for assistance to respell me and repoint me?
Yeah, go ahead and roll persuasion.
Okay.
That's advantage, right? Because you're technically. I might be a little harsher about that in the future. But... yeah, okay. Without, they don't stop walking you, but the one golem kind of turns to you. He seems to believe you. He seems confused by your words, and he tries to respond to you, but it's not in. What languages do you speak?
I was speaking Common, but I know Common, Halfling, and Sylvan.
It would sound sort of like Sylvan, but it's super broken and the grammar's strange. He's essentially conveying to you that he doesn't quite understand what's up with you, like why you look so weird. But says to come with them to the tower, and their patron wizard can help.
Okay, thank you. Oh, I respond in Sylvan. Thank you. We will do so.
And the golem just responds to you in like this kind of grunt and says, "Get your language." This is what he's like conveying. Get your like language coding looked at.
Yes, that is another thing I would ask for help with.
And the golem grunts and they just keep walking. And what do you guys do?
Guys, they say to follow them. I think they'll lead us to the wizard tower.
Okay, we should probably be ready in case this wizard is like kind of a dick.
Does this mean we also have to pretend to be golems?
I don't think so.
Maybe he thinks we're like your pet or like little.
You're my master's minions.
There we go.
Okay.
Cool.
Alright, let's go. Let's follow.
Okay, so you guys follow them. And it's another few hundred meter walk. Not super far, but it definitely takes a few minutes. Roll a wisdom saving one more time.
His music sounds like it's from like a 90s animated movie that's kind of sad.
I think it sounds like it's a breakfast or a brunch buffet.
You guys follow these golems, but it's like getting water dripped in your eye on like a rainy day. You guys kind of blink for a few seconds, kind of lose where the golems are going, find yourselves walking in the opposite direction once you see very similar arrangements of brush and trees.
Did we lose the golems?
You can still hear where they're marching because their footsteps are so loud and make the ground rumble.
Let's get back on track. I think we're magic turned around again. Hello, golems and minions.
Okay.
So if you guys follow them, that's one more wisdom saving.
Come on.
Haha!
Okay, so you guys start following after the walking again, and same thing as before. It's Ophelia and Lou are following just fine. They're following the footsteps of the golems to the point where they catch up with them again. And like before, Jax kind of begins to blink his eyes a few times and start to kind of waver off and turn around. But you guys catch him again, and you guys do arrive at this large clearing in the forest that's just kind of this big open grassy field. But as you guys get to the center of the grassy field, overcoming what is trying to repulse you, you see what you saw before. It's another kind of tree stump shaped object built into the ground, made completely out of stone, with several runes carved, really elegantly carved into the side of it, making kind of this bassy pulsing noise. And it looks at least twice the size as the thing you saw before. It seems to be another warding relay, but just larger, maybe a more powerful central one to doubly ward off people. But other than that, you also, as you get closer, you can feel though you've overcome the warding effect, you can still feel your heads throb a bit as you guys are in such like close proximity to this powerful magical effect. But that doesn't deter you guys from seeing the gigantic crater in the ground that has no grass or even rock where there. It's just this large chasm. It looks like what it would look like if a tree were like ripped out of the ground, but instead it's like huge. And as you guys watch the golems, they walk to one side to this little pedestal because you guys kind of fell behind. They tap the pedestal a few times, and you see in this like blinding light, the center of the crater explode, like erupts sun brightness, just completely blinding, that you guys have to like cover your eyes before you guys blink a few times, look up, and suddenly see this at least 4-story tall, gigantic pyramid-shaped structure.
Wow, this sure seems magical.
Audacious.
Scary.
You see the front door is, instead of having like an actual door, it's just this shimmering light that dissipates as the golems get close and then goes back up as they enter. And you see the two walk off deeper inside of the structure while one like taps something on the inside of the pyramid's entrance door. And the same thing as before, it erupts in light and then disappears.
We should probably copy what they're doing.
Yeah, let's do it. I mean, work for them.
They probably know what they're doing.
So you guys walk over to the pedestal. You see it's like an old-fashioned like design of this. It's completely made out of stone, similar to the structure stump, the ward relay. It has like those like Greek type indents that look tremendously out of date at this point. But the pedestal itself looks untouched by time, so it looks like it was either recently made or it is just in pristine condition for how old it might be. And on the surface of like that like raised, you know how podiums have that like raised surface? On the surface of that is like in the center is this indent that looks like it could fit a rock, and around it is this circle, these two lined circles, one smaller, one larger. In between those two circle lines are several runes you guys have never quite seen before, but looks strangely familiar to Lou and Ophelia.
Hey, are those the runes that we saw earlier?
Could be.
I think so.
If you guys want to roll Arcana.
Nah, I'm gonna roll Intimidation.
Intimidate the runes.
Listen here, you runes.
Tear them down.
Stupid podium, you better turn on. So Ophelia looks at these runes, and they do look like what you saw before, but what you see past it is like, in your mind's eye, you take away all these like decorations from these runes, and you see like the 8 core, the symbols of schools of magic.
Which one's lit up?
None of them are lit up right now.
We belong to the schools of magic.
Magic? I wouldn't know anything about magic.
Don't look at me.
Yeah, this is your nightmare, huh?
Yep, I want nothing to do with this.
Nah. So none of them are lit up. Is there anything like going on around us right now?
Perception check. The coast is clear. Let me make a roll real quick. It's the usual like overcast and drizzle, but other than that, it's a little windy, but the coast is relatively clear.
Should we head towards this like pyramid?
Yeah,
it's
let's
not there
check it out.
The pyramid is
Let's
not there.
not check it out.
Yeah.
Oh, the pyramid's not there.
It disappeared in that blast of light.
We didn't know the password. I guess it's some sort of illusion. Does anybody know anything about illusions?
You can make a friend with a dog. Like that's about as best I can do it.
Only when I get high do I see illusions.
Lou's gonna take a look at the pedestal.
Okay. What are you looking for?
Seeing if he can see any traces of, like, clay, or whatever they may have touched on to get the thing to show up.
So you definitely see that in the center of the pedestal is that indent. That looks, it has many scratches and carved indents on it. If you want to roll investigation.
Investigator Lou. He's not very good at investigating.
He's on the case.
The central, it looks like maybe it could just be, you know, how long this thing has been out here. It was just wear and tear over the era.
I'm gonna press on it.
Okay. You press it, your finger like goes in the indent a little bit, and you just touch stone.
Open sesame. Show me the pyramid. We are friend in Elvish.
Do you speak English?
No.
Oh.
I'm out of ideas.
If I could get a party intelligence check. So you all kind of scan over this the pedestal, and you look over the central hole, and it definitely looks like it gets tampered with on a regular basis. It looks close to the size as that of the power gem you guys picked up when you destroyed the relay.
Put it in there.
Oh. Stick it in there.
Or we could just abandon the quest and sell the gem for anything.
Hey, that's thinking with your noggin. Wait, why are we on this quest again?
For
To
you.
get money, to get the spell, right? Or whatever.
Right,
Magic.
right.
We
need to get
us to hire you.
The crystal ball.
He wanted a crystal ball, so he'll make a necklace. Well, we don't know for sure that this power gem would even be enough to pay for it.
Yeah. I'm not an economist. We should probably do the quest.
So you guys plug it in, and the runes around the circle, even the circular lines, they light up in this light blue light. 2 at a time, the runes blink on, off, blink on, off, on, seemingly inviting you to put it in a code of some sort.
What would I enter? It looks like we need to put in a code. What
Is,
should we enter?
is there a keypad or...
The runes themselves.
It's the runes themselves, yeah.
What's the wizard's birthday?
Do you think if we waited around, more people would show, more guards would show up and put in the code and we could watch?
Is there a discernible pattern to the code, or to these flashing?
There is, yeah. If you want to roll an Arcana check, Lou.
He also speaks into it like a fast food place. Hello! We're looking for the wizard! I have a clay golem!
Yeah, it's not really anything. It's just 2 at a time, starting from the very top. Because there's 8 symbols. It's going from the top and going around the circles, just going 1 at a time. Just looking inviting to put in a code.
what is the code method? What kind of code could we put in? Is it...
Well, there's 8 runes, so it looks like it's looking for a specific order.
touching the runes in a specific order?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who
we
makes a star?
We don't know the runes.
You do.
Hannah,
Or
you
Lou
do.
does.
Oh, I do.
I
Okay.
Yeah, Lou rolled the Arcana check, right? Or no,
Okay.
it was Hannah. Or
Okay, I
Ophelia
know who-
recognized them as
Right,
the
you
runes
were the-
representing the schools of magic.
Oh, right.
Jam the illusion one 8 times.
Okay, I touched the illusion one.
Is there?
Do you tap it 8 times?
Do we want to brute force this? Or-
I'm just gonna tap.
5 years later.
I'm just gonna
So-
tap the illusion and see what.
I said realistically, it shouldn't take us that long to brute force the puzzle.
It would.
It says the guy that doesn't know anything about magic.
So...
so you tap illusion
yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna tap illusion.
just once?
No, 63. Please.
Okay. You tap it once and it illuminates.
Oh, but it just
First
eliminated.
try.
We did it.
Does it stay illuminated or does it go back or to
Yeah, it
not
seems
be?
to want more inputs, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go with enchantment next.
Okay, it illuminates.
Okay, and then divination.
It illuminates.
And then evocation,
It illuminates.
transmutation,
It illuminates.
necromancy.
It illuminates.
Press the this is the rest of them in an order.
Okay, I want to press the rest of them.
They illuminate. They stay illuminated for a second, but then fade to dark.
Okay, so just because they illuminate doesn't mean it's right.
Okay, so it's gotta
Okay, so then brute forcing is not happening.
be... No.
Lou decides to look around for the code.
Okay. Roll investigation.
Maybe they left the key under the doormat or something.
I mean, that's what they learned in Bioshock.
Has Lou played Bioshock?
No, but...
I mean, Lou had an American dollar. He can play Bioshock.
Yeah, right.
So you look around. You kind of push some grass aside, turn over some rocks, even look over the relay for a moment. You don't really find anything other than on top of the relay, where like this spiral that leads from the outside spinning into the center. It has a similar device as the pedestal. It has those 2 circles with runes on the inside. With in the center are these like the same 2 power crystals you put into the podium, but they seem to be powering this station instead. With a shimmering light over the top of it, so like it's flat, but like you can't touch the crystals themselves.
So I'm gonna mimic what I see there with this other one. Like do the spiral. Are the symbols on the spiral?
No, the spiral is just leading to the center. The actual runes and circles look exactly like how they look on the pedestal.
Okay. Like, exactly?
Yeah. They look less worn, though. It seems they don't get tampered with as much as the pedestal.
Okay.
Oh, there's a spiral leading inward. Where are the runes in relation to that spiral?
So the spiral leads until making a circle. Then within that circle are the 2 like line circles with the runes inside. It's completely separate from the spiral. It seems to be more flare than anything.
So it looks exactly the same, just less worn.
Mm-hmm.
We're not able to reach those ones? Those
Which
the
ones?
runes that are up there?
You can. You guys can climb on top of the relay station and look at them if you want.
One of you magic people should probably do that.
Okay, I'll climb up there and take a look at it. Perception?
You don't even need to roll anything. It's the exact same thing as what you saw on the pedestal, just less worn.
Oh, sweet. We learned nothing.
And I do like an arcane check.
Yeah. What kind of check do you want to do?
Just look at everything.
Okay. So how about you roll a history check? Luke can do the same thing if he wants.
Okay.
Or anyone, yeah.
History. Lou didn't study history that well.
So thinking back to her education in her druid circle growing up, her elvish druid circle, she looks at these very decorated runes, and while at their core they're the same runes as are used today, the decorations very much point to the old elf empire, as it matches their style very closely. You would also think back, since you studied with elves that did not like the other races and were in the current state of the geopolitics on the continent, they were very like old-fashioned in how they taught magic, and you would recognize these as more of like the old elf representation of the schools of magic, as they were the first ones to discover them. And you would remember as like probably a title of one of the chapters in one of the many like magical books you had to read. You think back to the hierarchy of the magical schools and remember that they are ordered in a very specific way in chronological order from when they were discovered as during the Empire. And they're ordered evocation, necromancy, abjuration, transmutation, divination, illusion, conjuration, enchantment.
Okay, so I want to hit the runes in that order.
Okay, are you doing this on the relay?
Yeah.
Or the podium?
I'm going to try it on both.
Okay, so you try it on the relay. All the runes like light up as they did before, then fade to dark. Ophelia like kicks a rock and sighs, then goes over to the podium and enters the same code. It illuminates, turns green, and you guys have to shield your eyes once more as a blinding light fills the area. And as you guys open your eyes and unshield your faces from the bright light that has now dissipated, you see the pyramid structure reappear.
Let's go.
Sweet, pyramid time.
We did it.
You guys want to join an MLM?
Does that stand for
Yeah,
marker licking men.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll
This is fun.
turn in.
Alright, let's go before this thing closes.
So you guys get close, approach the entrance, and as you guys get close, the shield of the door shimmers and fades, and you guys can freely walk in, and as you do, you're quickly met with a very frigid atmosphere. It's very cold in here. You guys can see your breath, even though the front door hasn't even closed again yet. It's already like very cold, and very dark down every hallway.
Can we see anything other than darkness?
Who has dark vision?
I totally thought about getting that.
No, you
can
have it. You're half elf.
Yeah, half elves just have it. It's part of the
Great. Awesome. Sounds good.
So you have it.
I'm gonna look around. Can I also just like hold my fireballs so like everybody can see?
Do you have light? I thought you had like a light spell.
I have a haunted stiletto.
Okay. Yeah, you can. I would say that illuminates about a 10-foot radius. Clear light for you. And as a dark vision user, what's the distance of dark vision? 60 feet. So you can see 10 feet of clear light and 60 feet of dim light. So you can see pretty far right now.
Nice.
Yeah, so you guys enter in. You walk in and find, with the little light you guys have, it's very Spartan environment. It has just these smooth stone walls with almost nothing on them, other than this like really old looking tapestry with a symbol of black and yellow, like a mustard yellow, that you guys don't recognize. It kind of looks like an upside down bat with like two like long yellow ears sticking straight up, with like this circular center black shape. Two more circles that kind of look like eyes, but they probably, like, design-wise, they probably aren't eyes. The banner looks pretty old itself. It looks like it has a lot of wear and tear just from like time. Nothing really else, just time, like degrading it. As at the very top of the walls, you see this like very simple like embroidery, like outdented embroidery that looks like it took like a lot of like technical ingenuity to achieve, but it is really like relatively simple in its design.
Hi. Thing.
I'm changing music, sorry.
Our jams. Is it cave music time?
Yeah, you
Unga
guessed it.
bunga. Unga bunga.
And there is a door to you guys' eastern side.
Do I have any torches? I don't have any torches, do I? I have a candle. I have candles. I'm gonna light a candle.
Okay.
I think I have some torches. I have a torch.
You want to light it using your hands? Flame it.
Yes, light my torch on fire.
Here you go.
Okay.
Whoosh.
That's 20 feet of illumination. So yeah, what do you guys do?
That door.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do it.
So you go to like open the door, and you guys, it's one of those doors that has like the little thing at the top that you pull down with your thumb. You guys pull that down to like unlatch it, but as you do, it unlatches successfully. But as you try to pull it open, it seems stuck.
Can I try
Dang,
and kick it
Wizard
open?
Tower.
Do you want to try brute force again?
Hey, it works sometimes. Can I try and kick it down?
Yeah, go for it. Roll an attack.
Roll an attack?
Yeah.
Said kick it. Yeah.
Alright, wait, so what do I roll for that?
I would say that's D10 or D20 plus your strength.
Alright, strength check. Okay, yeah, I don't kick it down. It's someone else's turn.
So you go up and you go and smash your boot against the door and end up pushing yourself back and have to like awkwardly catch yourself as you're falling back a little bit.
You good? You good?
I hate magic.
Alright, so can I take a good look at this door?
Yeah, it's no roll needed. It's a plain wooden door. It lacks anything that would discern of like what era it's from. It looks like, you know, as old as time itself, like a plain wooden door, just a little rotted.
Can I try the handle?
Yep, same as before. The little latch, it works, but it seems stuck.
The latch seems stuck.
The door itself seems stuck. The latch is fine.
Well, the door seems stuck.
Yeah.
And when I looked at the door, like, there was anything wrong with the hinges? There was anything, like, around
the hinges look like rusted as hell.
Well, let's break the hinges, you know? Like, do you guys think that'll work? Like, if we break the hinges, maybe the door will come down?
Seems logical to me.
Okay, I'm gonna use my, what's my weapon? I'm gonna use my sickle, or no, my quarterstaff, to, like, break the hinges.
Hold on.
Oh.
You already kicked out the door? Lou's gonna go up and do a light knock on the door.
Okay.
You're just knocking on the door?
Hello?
Yeah, I mean, we already tried kicking it down.
Okay.
But what harm could it do?
So you knock on the door. Roll just a d20.
Okay.
Really? It's like...
You knock and say hello, question mark. And after a few moments, you hear the booming footsteps of a clay golem approaching. It comes over. You see its large, like, oversized fingers, like, break through, like, curl into and snap through the wood of the door, and yank it back and throws it to one side. And in that broken, what was it, Sylvan?
Yeah.
That broken Sylvan says something along the lines of, the door is broken. Use the teleporter next time.
Yes. Sorry, my teleport module is malfunctioning. I am in dire need of repair.
It speaks to you. You understand it. What it's saying as it asks who you're traveling with.
These are minions of my master. He has sent them with me to ensure that I get repairs properly.
So roll deception. That's at an advantage because you're still being a golem.
Actually, do I have deception? Yeah, it is deception.
It looks at you. It nods its head understandingly and says, "Okay," and it goes back down the hall.
Well, we got this door open, and now we know all the doors are broken. So I guess you guys were right. Alright, well, let's proceed, I guess. I am in dire need of repairs. I should be taller, but I'm not.
So you guys enter room 2. It really is just as barren as the previous room. It has some crates inside that looks like a few are cracked open and look to be housing some, like, dried fruit. And there are several piles of this it looks like metals, like unrefined metals, like maybe like mined out of something, or even like metal boxes that have just been collecting here for whatever reason. And then another door to your east side.
Can we look through those to see if there's anything cool in them?
I'll take a look at the crates.
So roll investigation.
I am not having a good day.
You look through and you mostly just find, like, dried meats and fruits. Nothing really special. And maybe some hay. Who's gonna try the door?
You got this.
You just knock on the door again. Or I'm gonna try the handle first.
Okay, you try the handle and it seems to be the same issue as before. It's jammed.
But how did where'd the golem? Oh, where did the golem go?
You're teleported probably. Just knock. Someone will answer, man.
Alright, knock on the door. Hello?
Roll a d20. You knock and say hello, and the same thing as before. The door is just it's ripped off a lot more care this time. The door is intact as seemingly the same golem looks to you, Lou, with this like very like annoyed and kind of disappointed expression, like as it kind of like does that like shrug thing, like what are you doing? Before it sets the door to one side and kind of like walks off, and you see even like flashes away.
Thank you for the assistance, golem friend. We should have a beer after this. Not a beer, I mean a nice slurry of clay and water, mud. That is what us golems like to consume to rebuild our forms.
Luckily nothing's around this.
Alright, what's up this next room that we can see?
This room is even more spartan than before. It has this archway entrance to the next room, but not much is going on. It looks to be more, these entry rooms look to be primarily for storage, as they're like very wide open and empty at the moment. But yeah, this specific room also looks relatively empty.
So that archway, like, it's not a door, right? It's an archway, so we can just walk
It's
right
an archway.
through?
There's no door, yeah.
Alright, let's move on.
As you guys walk through the archway, you see written up on the archway. Well, what languages do you guys know?
Common and Dwarvish for me.
And I know Sylvan, Halfling, and Common.
Druidic, Elvish, and Infernal.
So Jax and Ophelia look up, and they see a weird archaic mixture of like Ophelia sees some parts Infernal, where Jax sees some parts Dwarvish, but to both of you it looks like very fractured and strange in grammar, maybe like out of date or something. But it's definitely like this scroll of text written, kind of like to follow the arc of the archway. You see kind of like this depiction of like these poorly drawn like medieval era like drawing, like those very 2D drawings. One mass force coming in and like with bows and arrows and swords in hands, kind of pushing out these other flatly drawn people who are like much smaller in stature and are all like some are running away, others look like heavily armored and like defending from like these invaders. And you see written broken, but like what you get from it essentially is the elf will betray you.
The elf will betray
Hans?
you? Well, I'm only a half elf.
I don't trust Hans anymore.
Are you saying anything to Hans?
This doesn't seem like it's very up to date, or prophecy, does it? How many people are in this picture?
It's numerous. It looks like it's depicting like maybe a small scrimmage of some sort.
Somebody here doesn't like elves.
Should we make anything of this, or should we press on?
I think we should press on. So far, our elven companions have been nothing but cordial.
That is fair. Hans has been kind of a goat.
I think Hans is kind of a dick, but so I'm just gonna keep this in the back of my mind.
I mean,
Alright.
do you guys want to interact with Hans at all?
Hans, what do you think about this?
Roll insight. You look at Hans, and he kind of he's standing like cross-armed as usual, looking like disinterested in everything around him. But you can see this the smallest of cracks in him as he looks up to this depiction. You know, he doesn't look committed when he says that it doesn't mean anything to him.
Yeah, that doesn't mean much to me either. I think there's just some person who doesn't like elves who lives here.
And then Hans says, it's just the damn dwarves. They get prickly about everything.
Glad I'm not a dwarf.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Get it? It's ironic because he's a halfling. Us halflings are cheerful folk. Very tolerant of other people.
And you see Hans says, and the dwarves are not. Let's keep moving. The common theme of this place seems to be that it is relatively not filled with much, only the sparse amount of food. It's mostly it's just barren for the most part. Same with this room. It is small, quiet, not much going on.
How droll. Let's retreat from here. This door appears to be open, I think.
It is, yep. You guys can walk
Alright. What do we
Let's
got
do
here?
it.
This place is like a labyrinth.
there gonna be a
Labyrinthian
minotaur?
proportions.
This maze is like a maze.
It's amazing.
Whoa, you guys are like the best wordsmiths ever.
I can't hold a candle to you, Hans.
Well, that's only because I have years of practice.
Hans grunts.
Hans. Oh yeah, Hans.
I meant to say Lou.
I think I just realized
Yeah, I'm not a good wordsmith.
I might have been calling Bonds this whole time.
Is there anything in this big room?
It looks like a set of artifacts, like a like big pieces of stones with like artistic depictions scrawled onto them. They look very old and like half covered with a tarp. It's just kind of put into one corner with very little else in the room.
Does the art look valuable?
You can't really see it with the tarp on it.
I'm gonna take this tarp off.
Okay, you take it off and you see a set of differing sizes of various faces looking tormented. As they look on, like their eyes seem to follow the viewer, and if you want to roll intelligence, yeah, you're so freaked out by like these like tormented looking elvish faces that you can't really seem to figure out anything more from it.
Well, I sense a theme here that somebody really, really doesn't like elves.
Get a vibe.
Yeah, I guess we'll move on. Well, notice
Which direction
section right
we
now,
go?
so you have a choice.
Let's split up, gang.
Alright! Perfect idea.
So bad.
You can keep knocking on doors and...
I honestly don't know where we should go.
I feel like I should be looking at the map, but there's some stairs eventually. More.
Yeah, we don't know about the map.
That's a little metagaming, but that's okay.
Oh,
Can I like stand up to this archway and see if I can see anything in the room ahead?
So you peer in, you put your torch in to illuminate the room a little bit, and you see on the far wall over on this side, it looks to be like the rest of like the panels you just looked at. It's the rest of them like placed onto this wall as like seemingly like an art piece with just those pieces you just looked at missing from it, and it's just like a big wall of tormented looking faces, elven faces.
Gang, I found some art.
Better
Not
be
very
more
tasteful,
elves.
but maybe we should take a look.
do you hate art too?
No, I just don't think this is very tasteful art because there's dead people.
True.
Unless this was some heroic battle of amazing fierceness. I don't really like this. This gives me the skeeves.
Sounds like continuing our theme that somebody doesn't like elves.
Oh, did Hans go into this room?
Yeah, he walks in.
Alright.
Hans, what do you think about this decor?
He looks over it for a moment and says, "It's quite out of date."
Out of date.
More like out of time. Do. Yeah, cue the 80s.
You just walked through a door, Hannah?
Yeah.
She found the teleporter.
Finally.
Oh wait. Oh yeah. Okay, these doors are closed. Got it. Look.
Should we be looking for the teleporter?
Okay, so there's no open door in this room.
Is there anything else in this room other than those pictures?
It seems to be also used mostly for storage. A lot of crates in there.
This door over here is open, guys.
Can I try looking through one of the crates again?
Yeah, go for it.
What's that again? Investigation?
Yeah, investigation.
Okay.
So you go looking through it, and it looks like a lot of it is like just common like dried rations. But as you go through more and more, and kind of like opening them up with your sword, you come across some of like these like elvish rations that you can tell that are elvish because of the like really elegant embroidering that they come in that wraps around like this like assembled meal.
Does it sound like lambus? Lambus bread?
Yeah, yeah, it does. But it's each one comes with a bit more than that. It's a bit of it's like a large slice of bread with some really like dried fruit that looks like it hasn't aged a day. And it looks like way more edible than your average dried fruit. It doesn't look like it's shriveled. And you find 9 of these.
I'll give 2 to everybody else, and I'll keep 3 for myself.
Thanks. Yeah, add that to what it says, 2 elven rations. Looks tasty.
Alright, and then I'll pop back in here with the team.
Well, let's try one of these doors. We're not sitting anywhere. Let's try this door. Tries the handle.
There's another stuck door.
You know what to do, Lou.
This time I'm just gonna try to hit it. Body. I imagine a rapier wouldn't do much.
Okay.
No, jam the dagger into the latch.
Okay. So go ahead and roll an attack. So you jam it in and try to do some damage, but it seems the metal is just like sturdy enough still that you can't seem to get much done.
Well, I guess I'm gonna knock on the door again. My teleportation module is malfunctioning. I require an escort, please.
This time no golem comes. It remains quiet.
I feel like there's got to be some trick to opening these doors that we have not figured out.
Okay.
Yeah, getting golems. Yeah, I mean fire would probably work better.
Okay.
I'm gonna step back. I don't want to catch on fire.
I'm gonna throw like a flame ball at it.
So the flame like bursts into your hands and you toss it towards the door. You see this gigantic scorch mark. A large chunk of the door is missing now. You've done a hefty bit of damage to this, but it's still standing a little bit.
I'm gonna throw another one.
Okay, this time you throw it and the door completely like lights up in flames and burns down and into crisps. And the way is now open.
Nice.
Good job, fire girl.
Thank
Lava
you.
girl.
You're a lava girl.
Where's my shark boy?
Lou could pretend to be Shark Boy. He's a good actor.
Wow.
We can make a equally bad third movie.
There's a second?
Yeah, there was a second.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they have like a kid.
I have to Google this after the session.
They're old enough to have kids?
Eventually, one day they have kids. They have a kid. It's not really about.
Wait.
It's not
This
really
is
about.
recent.
Yeah, it's not about their kid though. It's about like another kid, and then their kid just makes like a cameo.
Is he like a steam boy?
She is just like a 4-year-old.
Do we see
Okay,
anything in this room?
this door. Oh, both doors are.
Just give me a second.
Both doors are open.
So what's your guys' AC?
12.
70. Or 13.
14.
I don't like that question.
Somebody's about to get clapped.
I don't also like the silence. It's foreboding.
So Lou, as you all walk in, who's leading?
I guess I am.
Probably Ophelia, because she burned down the door.
Right. So you burn the door, and as soon as you walk in, like a few steps in, you feel a tug at your foot as you walk, but it's super minor. You kind of just keep going despite it. And across the room, angled holes in the wall create this like loud release of like puff of gas noise, and it's so dim you guys don't really see it, but Lou gets hit right in the shoulder with a small bolt, and Jax, the same happens to him, but only like in a fleshy bit of his thigh, not taking much damage. Lou taking 10 damage and Jax taking 3.
Ow!
Wait, how much damage does?
You heard the puff, and you quickly like stood to one side, not taking any damage.
Oh, cool.
Should probably be a little more cautious, I think. Lou, are you okay, buddy?
I've been better. That's smart.
What happened?
I just got hit by a booby trap. Not the fun kind either.
Looks like Hans also avoided this. Hans rolls his eyes and sighs heavily.
Should we press on carefully?
Probably
Should we go right or down?
down. There's less doors there.
It's just the one room. Should I?
Right.
No, it's in this room though. We don't know what's
Is
in
there
this
anything
room.
in this?
Oh, yeah,
Is there
okay.
anything in this room?
Lose Luger's lesson and he lets other people walk in first.
You walk in and see several cylindrical bays, sealed in shimmering light blue, rounded to close off the kind of top and bottom of these elevated and lowered platforms. Inside stands humanoid figures, poorly sculpted to look like large, muscular elves. They stare forward with their unblinking eyes, who lack such detail to look only like orbs within their bald clay heads. The top of their bays have runes outdented around the rounded surface with a glowing center dots at the top of light blue light. And there is a small podium to one side. It looks very much like the one you guys saw outside, only with like far more like runes on it to press and play with.
Are these the elves that are gonna betray us, guys? I don't like this.
Yeah.
Should we do what we do?
Should we just back out of the room slowly? Try the other door.
I was gonna say we work them over just like we worked over those cultists.
These aren't real elves, they're statues.
Okay, then what do you suggest that we do?
I'm gonna receive perception, take a look around, take a look at them.
This room is kept quite like very clear. There are some cabinets around, all closed, and some like larger looking lockers, metal lockers, like on either side of these three tubes. But looking inside, these clay golems look very like non-responsive.
Let's work on this other door, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw flame at it.
It hits, but leaves like a really small scorch. It doesn't really seem to affect the door too badly.
This door might be different.
Do you want me to try just whacking it?
Yeah, why don't you try that?
I'm gonna whack it with my maul.
I'm gonna whack it!
So you walk up to it and slam your maul against it, and where it was weakened by Ophelia's flame, it now splinters apart by your maul and falls to the floor, half of it, open enough for you guys to walk through.
Hey!
And you two can walk through, I totally can.
If I can walk through anything, you can walk through anything.
I mean, that's literally on my character sheet, it says I can do that.
You walk through. It's gonna be special skills.
Oh.
So this is much like the room you're just in. It just seems like larger to house more golems, with even more lockers and cabinets and even more golems.
Let's not touch the golems.
This door over here is open.
Run.
Let's go in here.
Well, they're not awake, right? Or they're not activated.
They don't seem to be.
Lou's gonna take up his golem walk again and just kind of must seek repairs. Beep boop.
And as you guys walk into this room, you see there are, to one side, the far side, there are several square holes are cut into each wall, and you see a corpse lies in front of an open and empty chest on the north side of the room. Yeah.
Anybody else really freaked out right now?
Yeah, I kind of feel like we're quartering ourselves. But
I'm going to investigate the corpse.
Okay. Yeah, roll investigation. Nice. You turn it over to one side, and it is, its bones are weirdly well preserved, due to the environment of this place being so sterile and cold, and lacking anything that would really eat away at these bones quickly. And it is over top. It is wearing familiar-looking armor that you guys once encountered a while ago in the one hospice you guys fought that shadow in. It is wearing this very like leather plate armor that over the top of like the body is this coat type cloth with the with a more like older, more like less complex symbol of the Kirkstein.
Is there anything I can take off this body?
It looks like this guy looked only to carry things to travel with and to fight with. It's just like a travel pack, some food inside, and some really, really old and rusted weaponry.
Okay. Well, this guy's not gonna help us. He doesn't have the crystal ball on him. Ophelia, I think we have a door here.
Okay, so I'm gonna throw flame at it.
Go for it.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You throw the fire, and the door immediately like bursts into flames and crumbles away into pieces of charr. Ways open.
Oh wait, I'm hurt. Ow.
Ow.
I require repairs.
I can take a trap or two. Does anything interesting happen in this little hallway?
It does not. It is very dark.
Doll, what's Doll's passive perception? I mean, not Doll. That's my other rogue friend. Haunt.
Hans. His passive perception is 13. But you have to actively look for traps for him to do that. You guys can command him to do that if you want.
Well, I just wanted to see if he'd be a good one to look for traps, but he's not much better than I am.
Should we go through the door that we can go through easily?
Yeah.
Alright. Let's do it. Are you going first, Ophelia, or me?
I'll go.
Alright. I follow. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, someone
So
just got...
Ophelia was leading.
Yeah.
Um,
I need to stop bleeding. You're just in Hans first.
Okay. What would you guys say was the marching order?
I'm last.
Okay.
It's me,
So-
and
Yeah,
Jack, and then Lou, and then Hugh.
Hans.
Hans.
So it was Ophelia, Jax, Lou, then Hans.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your AC, Jax?
12.
Okay. Ophelia takes 4 damage. Jax takes 2. Lou takes...
Oh, Lou held back.
I mean, would you say you were taking cover behind the corner?
Yeah. After that last trap, he's watching around the corners.
Okay. That's fine. One probably walked ahead of you then. And... Hans took 9 damage.
Oh gosh.
You all get like bolts stuck in Ophelia in the shoulder, Jax in the gut, and Hans like right below the collarbone. He like flinches and like it spins a little back, letting out like a pained grunt.
How you doing, Hans?
He he pulls down the little like piece of cloth that he always has like over his bottom half of his face and like spits up some blood and says, "Feeling pretty fucking bad."
I missed how much damage I took.
You took 4.
Okay.
Alright. I guess we're going in this room now.
Okay.
Yeah, so you produce flames on this door.
Is there anything in this room?
Yeah, let me check real quick. No, this room is barren.
Alright. Do your thing.
Alright. Spells, produce flame.
Lou, I'll protect you, don't worry.
Yay.
So you chuck this fire and it just dissipates like a wave on this iron door.
It's an iron door?
Yep.
Y'all. You might need to think outside the box for this one. Oh, can Hans pick the lock?
Yeah,
Yes.
do you want him to?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Hans, standing up a little taller, walks forward. I believe that's sleight of hand. Pulls out his thieves' tools. You see him pull out his thieves' tools, take out his tools to pick the lock, fiddles around with it a little bit, and then you hear a snap as his tool breaks in half. He has to like pull it manually back out, and he quickly puts up a hand and says, I just need one more try."
Yeah. Do it, Hans. We believe in you.
He fiddles around with it for a few more minutes, and he just can't quite seem to get it. He's like huffing and puffing, like getting all frustrated as he does it, and he eventually pulls his tools back out and just says, "I'm just not on my game today."
No, Hans, you can do it.
He has a +6 and he failed twice.
No, Hans, you can't do it. It's made of
Okay.
iron.
Lou goes and knocks on the door again.
Okay.
Please let this work.
No one answers the door.
I
Is there
gotta.
anything interesting about this door other than that it's iron?
It's like the walls. It's pretty like barren. It's very, very smooth. It has like a tiny like square like see-through hole that is just open, so you can see the other side. But it's just this basic iron door.
Can I see through the other side? Like, what do I see?
Roll perception at disadvantage.
Oh, damn it.
You see, it is also pretty barren, as you guys have noticed that the deeper you guys travel into this tower, there seems to be like less stuff. It just becomes emptier and it's the same with that room. There's not much in there. It's really dark, very dark.
Is the hole big enough for someone to fit through, like a certain halfling?
No, it's like take a ruler and that's like the hole.
Alright.
I gotta call it quits soon. Gotta let the dog out.
Okay. Guys, want to end it
Sure.
Yeah.
Stuck at the door.
What's that?
We're stuck at the door.
Guys are
We'll think on it. We'll come back to it.
thinking about the door.
Cuckoo.
Oh,
Cool.
I made some nice golem friends.
yeah.
Ha 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 ha.
You
One
really
thing
are
I'm
one
frustrated with you.
Beep boop. I am golem.
He's just trying to get repaired. Why is the golem being such
No.
a dick?
He's gonna
They're the
jump
ones with the
you.
broken doors.
It's true. But they have teleporters. You're the weird one.
Can I
Maybe we-
attempt to teleport?
Yeah, roll d20.
Oh, please.
I'm just feeling so magical right now.
Not quite enough. Not
You let
quite
your
magical
stomach
enough.
grumble, and then you let out a fart. Lou is listening to some music over the astral airwaves.
I'd say Lou puts his arms out and tries to teleport, but just falls on the ground.
Dang, I really wanted to roll a 20 there so bad.
Jax is gone.
You never find
It
him
also
again.
probably would have been very terrifying as golems will descend upon me and murder me.
You hear, yeah, Jax is gone. You hear screams off in the distance.
From deep within.
But
the
then you
tunnel.
guys would know which direction to go.
Yeah.
But it's on the other side of the iron door.
Alright, good stuff. I will talk to y'all soon.
Yeah. See you guys later.
Bye.
See ya.
Cool.